Hello students, the topic of this video is a vector calculus. Today you're going to learn about the basic concepts of a vector algebra. Now to understand the vector, you must know about the definition of a vector. A quantity which has got both magnitude and direction is termed as vector quantity. Physical quantities like displacement, velocity, acceleration, force, current, etc. comes under this category. And a quantity which has magnitude along but not direction is termed as scalar quantity. Some examples of scalar quantities are mass, length, time, temperature, speed, etc. To understand the vector, you must understand a 3D coordinate system. Look at in the figure, there is a 3 axis, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis are mutually perpendicular with each other. And consider there is a any point, it is denoted here P. P be the any point in a space and it is defined by x coordinate, y coordinate and z coordinate. This x coordinate, this x is just a x coordinate. It indicates the distance of this point from the x-axis, and this y coordinate is denoted the distance from the y-axis, and z coordinate is denoted a distance from the z-axis. So you have to imagine like this P. Draw a one perpendicular line which is start from a P point and perpendicular on the plane XY. Then again draw a one horizontal line which is perpendicular to a x-axis. So you can easily find the distance of this point P from the x-axis. Then you will obtain x coordinate. Now if you measure a distance from the y coordinate, that means this, you will able to find y coordinate, and the perpendicular, this perpendicular line is just parallel to the z axis and it gives the z coordinate of this point P. So student, like this way, any point you can define in a three-dimensional coordinate system. Now one more point related to this coordinate system here. Along this x-axis, I'm writing there is I cap. So student, here I cap is denoted for a unit vector. I cap is denoted for a unit vector along the direction x-axis. Similarly, j cap is a unit vector along the direction y-axis, and this k cap is denoted a unit vector along the direction z-axis. So this ijk's are also mutually perpendicular to each other. So this ijk's are a very important part in this vector, because any point, if you want to represent as a vector form, then express this coordinate xyz in terms of ijk's, then you can easily able to write the vector quantity. So for that, first take OP distance, this OP. Now this P point from the origin, this distance is measured from P point to the origin, then this is denoted by OP bar and it is defined as a linear combination of ijk's. So this x coordinate with I cap, because it measures a distance along x-axis, so it is xi cap. Then y coordinate with j cap, because measuring a distance along the y-axis, and z coordinate is with k cap, just because it measures a distance along the z-axis. So student, like this way, we can represent OP bar in a vector form. So this X is just not directly X, it is a difference between the point. So origin, this O is the origin with the coordinate 0, 0. So here is X minus 0. If you want to find the OP distance, then we just subtract their coordinates. So X minus 0 is, that's why here is X, and Y minus 0, so here it is Y, and it is Z minus 0, so it is a Z here. So I'm not writing here X minus 0 just because the coordinate of origin always 0, 0. So student, this obtained a vector OP bar is also called a position vector because we are measure a distance of this point P from origin O, so it is called a position vector, and it is also denoted by R bar in a vector calculus. So R bar generally is defined for a position vector. Now, if you know the vector, then you can able to find the length of a vector, that is magnitude of a vector, and it is denoted by OP bar. Mod of OP bar, that is modulus of a R bar, and it can be calculated by taking square root of x square plus y square plus z square. Here x is x coordinate, y is y coordinate, and z is z coordinate of this point P. And this magnitude is also denoted by simply R notation, and value is similar here, square root of x square plus y square plus z square. This is a scalar quantity here. Now, the next type of vector is a unit vector. Let A bar is equal to the A1 I cap plus A2 J cap plus A3 K cap be any vector. Of course, it is non-zero vector. Then its magnitude is calculated with the help of this formula, square root of A1 square plus A2 square plus A3 square. If the value of this square root is 1, if whatever the values of a1, a2, a3, after putting into this formula, if its answer is 1, then this vector is called unit vector. So in a simple word, you can also say that if the magnitude of a vector is unit, that is 1, then that vector is called unit vector. So unit vector is denoted by a cap. Similarly, this I cap is also unit vector because its magnitude, that is length of I vector, is always 1, so that we call I cap is a unit vector. Similarly, J cap is also unit vector because magnitude or length of this J vector is 1. Similarly, the K cap is also called unit vector because the length of K vector is a 1. Now, after knowing about the types of vector, then come to the operation of vectors. So let us begin with one by one operation. So for that, here define two vectors A bar and B bar. Be any non-zero vector, A bar is defined by A1 I cap plus A2 J cap plus A3 K cap, and B bar is defined by B1 I cap plus B2 J cap plus B3 K cap. Now, in the first point, if you take addition of two vectors or subtraction of two vectors, then just add component wise, just add the second component wise of this vector, and similarly the third component of this vector, take addition here. Now student, if you take addition, so I'm giving here first preference to the addition, so here is a plus sign. Similarly, you can take subtraction of this vector also. Now here meaning of this first operation is that if you take addition of two vector, is answer is also a vector quantity. If you take subtraction of this two vector, then subtraction of this two vectors is also a vector quantity. So student, if you take subtraction, then here is a negative sign. Now second operation of this vector is, if any vector is multiplied by a scalar number, that is a constant number, then we will also obtain a vector quantity. Now here k is to be considered as a constant scalar number and a bar is a vector, then just by multiplied to each and every component of ij case, then you will obtain the k a bar values. Now similarly, consider the third operation of this vector is a product. Now student, just focus on this operation of a vector because it is too important part in a vector algebra. Now that product of vector is called scalar product or a dot product. Now look at in the figure, there is two vectors a bar and b bar. So it is just denoted like by arrow. So if two vectors, an angle between them is denoted by theta, then the dot product of this two vector is can be defined as a bar dot b bar is equal to the magnitude of a bar into magnitude of b bar and cos theta. So student, here the dot product of this two vector is gives a scalar quantity. So this product is called a scalar product here, and it is denoted by the dot symbol. So it is called a dot product here. Now to find the angle between this two vector, you can also use the same formula here. Cos theta is equal to the a bar dot b bar divided by magnitude of a bar into magnitude of b bar. So this formula is too helpful here to finding the angle between two vectors. Now just focus on a note of this dot product. Now first note is that if you take a dot b bar or b bar dot a bar, both are the equal, that is dot product is satisfies the commutative law. Second is thing, when we take dot product of a similar vector, that is a bar dot a bar here, then according to this formula, we can write a bar magnitude of a bar into magnitude of a bar into cos of theta. Theta is here 0 because angle between itself vector is always a 0. So here it is theta is 0. So cos theta is cos 0 is 1 here. So magnitude of a bar square is left. Similarly, here if we take dot product with I cap dot I cap, then we will obtain it as magnitude of I cap square. And everyone know that the magnitude of I cap is 1, then 1 square it is 1. So similarly, we made a conclusion about the J cap and K cap. So they are also product is 0, sorry 1 it is. The product between J dot J and K dot K it is 1 here. Now, fourth note is that if we take dot product with I dot and J dot, then what will be the happen here? So it is modulus of I cap into modulus of J cap and cos of theta. Now angle between I and J, they are mutually perpendicular with each other. So angle is 90 degree and cos is 0. So that I dot J is always showing answer is 0. So in similar way, we can say that J dot K and K dot I is also showing answer is 0. Now, Let us see how to find the dot product of two vectors. So for that, consider a bar is 2 I cap minus j cap plus k cap, and b bar is defined I cap plus 2 j cap plus 3 k cap. Then dot product of a bar dot b bar is, just put the value of a bar and b bar. Now take dot product here, term by term. As usual, like a product here, so take first term and multiply it throughout this full bracket. So student, remember, here is I cap dot I cap is always 1, and if take dot product of this I cap with this j cap, then I dot j is showing answer here 0. Similarly, if we take 2 I cap with this 3k cap, that is I dot k, then it also answer is 0. So student, here dot product is only happen with itself vector, that is I dot I and j dot j and k dot k. So that's why only focus on I components. So I'm writing here it is 2 into 1 and I dot I is become 1. Similarly, j component, take a dot product of only j components. So it is minus 1 and 2, and j dot j is become 1. And now take dot product of k component. It is 1 into the 3. So student, after simplifying this term, you will obtain the dot product of a bar dot b bar is 3. So here is dot product, it gives a scalar quantity. So this product is also called a scalar product of vector. Now to understand one more concept related to the magnitude, so I'm writing in a second note, magnitude of a bar. Magnitude of a bar, it is a square root of I component, it is 2 square, j component it is minus 1 square, and k component is here it is 1 square. So simplify this, you will obtain magnitude of a bar is root of 6. So this is about the scalar product. Now next type of the product is cross product or a vector product of a vectors. So to understand this, look at again in the figure. There is, consider two vectors a bar and b bar be a non-zero vector, and angle between this vector is to be considered as theta. Now here is one more term is appeared, it is n cap. N cap is called unit vector which is perpendicular to the plane of a bar and b bar. So to understand this cross product or vector product, you must know about the one law, and it is called right hand rule. According to the right hand rule, if a screw is rotated from a first vector a bar to a second vector b bar, that is in an anticlockwise sense, then it will come out, that means it's showing in a upward direction, so that n cap is defined the direction, the rotation of a bar and b bar vectors, so that indicating here direction of n cap. Similarly, if screw is rotated from first vector a bar to the second vector b bar, that is in a clockwise sense, then it will come in, it indicating the direction of minus n cap. So student, this n cap is just showing the direction of a rotation of two vectors, and it is defined by a bar cross b bar is equal to the magnitude of a bar magnitude of b bar sine theta into n cap sine theta into n cap, and this answer is giving a vector quantity, so that this product is called vector product here. and notation of this vector product is a cross symbol, so it is called a cross product of vector. Now come to the note of this vector product. So first it is that a bar cross b bar is not equal to the b bar cross a bar. That is, this cross product is not satisfy the commutative law. So remember here, if it is rotate two vectors in a anticlockwise, then they are showing the direction of plus n cap. If rotate these two vectors in a clockwise sense, then they are showing the direction of n cap, but in opposite direction. So it is negative n cap. So that they satisfy a bar cross b bar is equal to the minus times b bar cross a bar. Now second is, if we take cross product of itself vector a bar cross a bar, then what will be the happen here? Angle between this two vector is obviously it is a 0. So sine 0 is showing answer is 0. So that a bar cross a bar is equal to the 0. That is, cross product of itself vector is always showing answer is 0. So we made a conclusion that I cross I, j cross j, k cross k is equal to the 1. To understand this cross product, take one example. A bar consider 3i cap plus 0j cap plus k cap, and b bar is consider minus I cap plus 2j cap minus 3k cap. Then the cross product a bar cross b bar is to understand in a simple form. So we take a determinant form here instead of taking directly a cross product term by term. So to easily calculate this cross product, so write in a determinant form. First row is with ij case, and second row for a bar, the component of I cap is 3, component of j cap is 0, and component of k cap it is 1. Second row is for, last row is for b bar. So I component is here minus 1, j component is here 2, and k component is here minus 3. So after preparing determinant, then simplified this determinant. So first term for I cap, and just take cross product of 0 minus 3 and 2 minus 1 and 2 into 1. So if you take cross product of 0 into minus 3, answer is 0. Then 2 into 1, then it is 2 here, and take subtraction. Middle term is always with negative sign in determinant in a simplification of determinant. Then take cross product of 3 into minus 3, it is minus 9, and take cross product of minus 1 into 1, it is minus, and here is minus become plus. Similarly, take column of k cap. So take cross product here, 3 into 2, it is 6, and take cross product of minus 1 into 0, it is 0. So after simplifying, you will obtain the cross product answer is minus 2i cap plus 8j cap plus 6k cap. So like this way, student, you can take the dot product and cross product. Now, these are the simple concepts of vector algebra.